Okay, so my wonderful evening spent listening to a sheriff in another state talk about my favorite subject, common law. Bam! Bingo! And then all of a sudden the phone gets... Normally what happens when I'm trying to listen to something in this genre of the truth movement type, they just shut it off, right? They just disconnect the call, disconnect. This time the whole fucking phone was shut down. This time the whole phone was shut down. I've had to reload it twice now. It's sticking together with me though. I just think, wow. She listens to Blog Talk Radio. She might be an enemy combatant. She talks about people that we've arrested. She might be an enemy combatant. Oh, now we've got the service back. Thank you very much. Well, let's check and see. Let's hook her up. Let's hook her up, hooker. Okay. Where's that number at? Of course I left that page open. I was listening, damn it. No. Oops. Oh, hey. Wait. Open my damn phone. Are you serious? We just not. I just spent an hour on Blog Talk Radio and the number's not here in my call log. How the fuck can that be? The fuck? Let's do this again. Okay, so bizarre. Call not sent. But it connected. Hang on.
Notified that there is a caller in queue. Otherwise, please hold and you will be able to listen to the show.
It did actually say.
Out of one of their pockets. There's so many pockets now that are provided in the way of taxes and in the way of expenditures that we all have to pay for. But I dare say that if we continue to pay the federal government to literally destroy us in the future and our children, we ought to be able to devise a way to come up to stop that for as long and strong as we can, because if we don't do it now, I believe our future is going to be short with the way of freedoms and measures that we enjoy.
You're referring to strengthening the 10th Amendment at this point, Sheriff Christopher.
Yes. States' rights is what really matters here when it comes to the people saying, remember, folks, that you are the CEOs of the government. The government does not exist unless you exist. And, of course, a lot of this philosophy that they have is something that they've, they scare you with these tactics, but it may mean tyranny to the point of death. We have soldiers that go out there and die every day and give their lives every day, sacrifice everything that they have in the way of what they love, their family, their friends, and their home life. And the honor that goes with that is just unbelievable. And what we have here is the same kind of thing when our founding fathers say things like, we need to fear the tyranny, not only of foreign governments, but also domestic.
Exactly.
And domestic, for those of you who are not sure what that means our own government.
Our own government.
We need to watch out for that. And many founding fathers aligned with that same philosophy. They realize that power corrupts, and absolute power corrupts, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that's also in the Bible.
Yep.
if you know your Bible, you know that men are subject to corruption because of greed or whatever power they're searching for. And we need to really keep a tight grip on those.
Yep, you gotta rein that shit back in.
Out of our government.
You're out of control, homies.
To come together, and really, it's not about just Christopher. It's about the office of sheriff, which belongs to you, belongs to people. And I'll come and go, just like the next guy. But the hope is that while we have constitutionally minded people in those offices, and I know it's a constant total exchange of people around the country, but we feel if we can get a majority of the sheriffs understood and sworn back to the oath that they originally took,
yes,
we can win this fight. All we have to do is tell our government we do not accept the tyrannical position that you take away our rights and our liberties, and I believe we can get a hold of that steering wheel and start driving this vehicle back up on the road.
Yep.
Well, I totally agree. Carson, before you leave, do you have any other just final comments?
I think he may have.
No, Carson already had to take off, but I do want to put out there to the audience, whether you're listening live or you're listening to this later on the archives, you will be able to find, as of now, the website cspoa.org. You can find a link to that directly on the Barnes Logic Political Talk website at www.barneslogicpoliticaltalk.com. So if you were listening to the archive, you'd like to check out the link, just go to the Get Involved page of the website, and you will see the link of it. And it will be, the button is called The Last Line of Defense, the Sheriff. Go ahead, gentlemen.
Well, thank you for that. I appreciate the link to it.
Well, I just want to quick summarize what we heard in the last hour, and hopefully Sheriff Lopey from Lake County, Siskiyou County will be joining us. But what we've got here is we've got a sheriff willing to stand up for the Constitution and the historical precedent set hundreds of years before the Constitution to protect the citizenry of his county, to, if need be, arrest state and federal agents if they want to come grab our guns. We've got an attorney that is obviously with all his heart into this as well, who's researched this, who has found in the Delaware Constitution the explicit power of the sheriff to do these types of activities. We've got people who want to radically transform our government, make it more federal control, which we don't need. We have got a group of people here. We got team members. I sure hope that the constituency across this country keeps learning this power, both in constitutional sheriffs and the federal government just has to back down. They're going to be flanked. Like, what do we do here? So a couple quick stories. Klamath County, mentioned it already, Oregon, that's near us, arrested a federal agent. Rob Hurd, he was sheriff of Tehama County, 2 counties south of us out here. Rob Hurd, he was running for sheriff in this county, long story. Anyway, he threatened to arrest some federal agents once. I mean, this is a practical, for-real example. In my book, by the way, I got a couple examples of this. But in Tehama County, you got a call from a rancher, quite rural there in Tehama County, a lot of ranches. The rancher says, these guys showed up, they're federal fishing game, something. They're putting up a fence, claiming it's a riparian area, and my cattle can't get the water. They're working on the fence. Rob Hurd says, I'm going to come right out there. So Rob Hurd comes out and talks to federal agents. And he says, what are you guys doing? We're putting up a fence. It's a riparian area. See, federal order right here, shoves it in his face. He's like, well, I'm the county sheriff. You have half an hour to get out of my county, or I'm going to arrest your ass and throw you in the slammer. Oh, yeah, you're just a county sheriff. You call your boss. You have a half an hour. They went to their cell phone, they called, and they're like, big expression on their face, they left. The ranger's standing there, and there's a bunch of this fencing equipment. The ranger says, what am I supposed to do with all this fencing equipment? The sheriff says, it's yours. There was another federal involvement situation, this is years ago, similar results. you have a half hour to leave my county that the federal agent did. There are several instances where the sheriff just says, look, I don't care what the law is. It's unconstitutional.
Doesn't like fucking with him.
I ain't going to enforce it, okay? You got to go through me. I got the guns. I don't care. So this is our great power. This is our bulwark. I've been holding back a little bit from this. I mean, but I am so excited to have these guys here. And by the way, Sheriff Christopher, you have obviously on the line with us here, the commissioner here from Michigan. He's the kind of guy that you want to hook up with, of course. The kind of commissioners you want. Although your county supervisors there in Delaware are opposing you because they don't understand. There are people in this land, and by the way, again, back to constituency, back to education, we will get to a position where the citizenry starts electing county supervisors, sheriffs, district attorneys, judges, yada, 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 who actually respect the Constitution.
Have
this
to.
is done through education, what we're doing tonight.
I've had to reload it twice now. It's sticking together with me, though. I just think, wow. She listens to Blog Talk Radio. She might be an enemy combatant. She talks about people that we've arrested. Open. I was listening, damn it. No. Oops. Oh, hey. She might be an enemy combatant. Oh, now we got the service back. Thank you very much. Well, let's check and see. Let's hook her up. Let's hook her up, hooker! Okay. Where's that number at? Of course I left that page open. Okay, so my wonderful evening spent listening to a sheriff in another state talk about my favorite subject, common law. Bam! Bingo! And then all of a sudden the phone gets... Normally what happens when I'm trying to listen to something in this genre of the truth movement type, they just shut it off, right? They just disconnect the call, disconnect. This time the whole fucking phone was shut down. This time the whole phone was shut down.